All right, hand wrapping. So this side down, right? See, a lot of people start with their thumb in here, however they do it. But I like to start with a little bit of padding first. So pinky through here, get your middle fingers, right? Rock on. There, around 1, around 2, about the width of your knuckles, right? Take that off, flip it over, fold it in half. Now, I go the folded side to the front when I go over my knuckles. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but personal preference, I guess. You go across your knuckles, and then when you're down here, you kind of start to flatten this out. Okay. Underneath to where you're pinching, right? You go across the top of the knuckles, across the padding. Now it's secured to your hand. Down to your wrist. Around your wrist. Once. Now you go in between these two. Over towards your index finger. Straight from in here to your index finger. Around your knuckles. Down to your wrist. Around the wrist once. In between these two. To the index finger around the knuckles. Around the knuckles down to the wrist. Around the wrist one time. Now from here, I'm going to go in between the knuckles again. But instead of going back over my fist pack here across the padding, because I find if I do that, it cuts off circulation to this finger. So in between, and then straight from here, you go down to your wrist, halfway, right? Just so underneath. And you go here, up, back to your knuckles, underneath, across the knuckles, okay? And then underneath and back down to your wrist, and you finish it off from there. So that's just the way that I've gotten comfortable doing it. Okay, it should look like that. You have nice, good, solid padding across your knuckles. Nice, good security around your wrist. Keep your wrist firm. Your palm should be exposed here. Sometimes if you want, you can roll this underneath like that to give yourself kind of a fist pack. Either way. But that's how I do it. One last thing to remember: make sure when you're wrapping your hands, you keep your fingers spread. Don't collapse your knuckles like this, because then you'll squish your knuckles together. You won't be able to make a fist very well. So keep your hands spread the entire time while you're wrapping.